Go woke, go broke. The battle cry of a generation that's saying, is that a black samurai? This game is trash. Look, I've never really understood the whole go woke, go broke mentality because I don't care. I don't care if a game has a female lead. I don't care if it has non-binary characters. I just want the game to be good. I don't care about any of those other things. Because if those are some of the features in the game, to be completely honest, they're probably completely optional things. Even if they weren't, would have completely zero impact on my decision of whether or not I thought a game was good or bad. Like Assassin's Creed Shadows, for instance. I've seen people talk about how the game isn't good because it's woke, because it includes a black samurai character and a female lead. Or even how one of the romance options is apparently a non-binary character, and there are people that are like really upset by this. But to me, I don't care. Because A, you don't have to buy the game at all, and you just completely avoid all this, I guess, go woke, go broke mentality. B, there was a black samurai at one point in time, so take your realism and stick it. And C, the romance options are completely optional. You don't even have to choose this character to romance with. And also, you're not even gonna be able to see anything anyway because they completely block it out or cut to a different scene. So with that being said,
shut up! Shut the fuck up!
I actually saw an amazing point on TikTok recently where if Mass Effect, the original games, had come out now, people would say it was too woke because it included a female protagonist option. Like the way DEI and everything else is treated nowadays, it is most certainly a thing that people would have freaked out about if they saw the female protagonist anywhere on the promotional material. They would have screamed, DEI! As if that was the definitive reason why the game was going to be bad. You want to know what makes games in the year 2025 bad? Poorly optimized games, games that are littered with micro DLC, games having a massive download for you to even play it, cheaters, skill-based matchmaking, and that the fact that developers actually will laugh in your face if you even think of a better idea than anything they even put into the game. Like again, using Mass Effect as the example here, that was one of the best game franchises up until probably Mass Effect Andromeda where it got kind of bad. But just imagine how people would have freaked out over that game. Them seeing any promotion at all of a female character would have deterred people away from one of the best game franchises within the last 20 years. I mean, back then, you didn't see anyone complaining about banging a blue alien. I mean, I've been playing Assassin's Creed Shadows, and I can tell you that I've actually been enjoying the game. This is one of the few Assassin's Creed games that have come out that I bought at launch that I've actually really enjoyed. And it's because these characters do seem kind of interesting and have really gotten me into the game, which was a complete 180 for how I felt with the game Star Wars Outlaws, which was also a Ubisoft title. And it's not because the character was a female character, it's because the female character sucked, the game sucked, the story sucked, pretty much everything about that game was pretty much a boring snooze fest. Which was also one of my big things that I hated with the whole go woke, go broke thing, because when I brought up that I didn't like that game to somebody, they're like, oh, you don't like the game because it contains a female lead in it. That's why you don't like the game. That's not why I didn't like the game. That's not a fair argument to make or a fair counter argument to make at me because the game is bad. It was extremely broken, the story kind of stunk, and the characters were all very boring. So to counter-argue with the whole, oh, you just don't like DEI, is also not fair. So stop doing that. So I guess the whole point I'm trying to make here is, it's not fair to judge games just because they're quote-unquote woke. I think it's more fair to just play the game, see what the actual game is and what substance it really has, and judge it based off that, not because it contains a black samurai character. Because I feel like if had I done that, I wouldn't have been able to experience the world that is Assassin's Creed Shadows that I've actually been really enjoying, even though I'm only a few hours into it. And I guess the other point I'm trying to make here is that there are other problems within the industry that really affect games that aren't DEI or going woke or whatever real cheap shot people take at new games as they're coming out. Because again, things like hackers, unfinished games, or micro DLC being jammed down your throats are the bigger problems within the industry, not that DEI stuff. Stop. It's just a cheap shot. And the more that you focus on the stuff that doesn't matter, the more these studios and companies will try to get away with this other crap that is actually a big problem. Or just completely ignore what I say and just continue to, it leaked, it leaked, it leaked.